Just unless you in my reason. Remember as a child, I ate a Christmas
Yo, we back,
What's
man.
going on,
Hey,
man?
Rose Soul Podcast, and we back, man. How you feeling, bro?
What's up, man? Come on, Rogie, started out D. What we doing, man? Look, I got
Yes,
a
sir.
styrofoam today. It's Saturday.
I got the black cup, you know. How you, man? How you feeling, first of all?
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. That shit just caught me off guard, but I'm all right though, man. I ain't gonna you know what I'm saying? It's a new week, Super Bowl tomorrow. You know, who
Super
you
Bowl
got?
tomorrow. Hey, I got the Rams. I got the Rams all the way. I need my man Stafford to get a ring. He deserve it. Odell, for the hell he went through in New York.
I ain't gonna lie. I like it's crazy, right? I want the Rams to win because of the players. Like, I really fuck with Odell.
Yep.
I was like, that was my favorite receiver when he was in New York, but I really believe in Joe Burrow. Like,
It's like,
I just think it's something about him that makes me feel like I ain't gonna lie. I've told niggas before. To me, he like the new Brady. Like, I don't think you should bet against.
I ain't gonna say that, but like, I ain't gonna hold you. In the back of my head, I'm like, I can't doubt him. He give you the Brady type sense where even though you doubting this nigga, he just proving you wrong.
Yeah,
When he went against Kansas City, I'm like, oh, I'm about to kick my feet up. Like, I'm a Mahomes fan, so I had the Mahomes jersey with me. I'm like, about to get that ready for the Super Bowl. Next thing you know, second half come. Burrow got to us. I don't know, man. It's gonna be hard. I need Rams.
It's gonna be a fun game tomorrow, man. But what we getting into today?
The thing we getting into today is we're gonna talk about, the rules for the day after the Super Bowl, and that's Valentine's Day.
Okay, with that 214.
Hey,
214. That's a big day.
That's a big
day.
Got a
bogey to that. I ain't gonna hold you.
Dangerous day right there, Chad. Like, first of all, fellas, we got to talk about the rules of Valentine's Day. You know, it's for us, it's rules. The ladies, they got it easy, but us, we gotta kind of set the boundaries and stuff. So first,
it's really their day. If you want to be quite honest,
every their day on Valentine's Day, for their day on Christmas, for real, it's like they got it good.
Yeah.
You know? But like, I ain't gonna hold you. If you a nigga, you gotta know what type of like side you on Valentine's Day. If you like balling or you ball on the budget, you know? Like, you gotta know where you at with it. How you feel about that?
Oh yeah, I mean, like, okay, so I remember Valentine's Day. I forgot what year it was, but I just remember I was like broke. We was in college, but obviously, you know, I still wanted to get something for like my girl. So I think I had like made a sip and paint for us. Like, I went to Michael's. I went and got 2 boards, paint brushes, multiple paints. I got her some roses, a bottle of wine, but I tried to make it collaborative because I didn't really have much, but I still wanted to, like, you know, spend time. So we kind of like did paintings of each other.
Right.
That was pretty cool.
Wait, okay, cool. I remember that time period. Yeah. See, with me, when I was in college, what I did, I like Walmart, I ain't gonna hold you, was my best friend. You get the roses, the bear, you know what I'm saying? Nice little heartfelt letter with the wine, and you know, self-checkout is your best friend in college. So once you go right there, you get a hell of a discount every time.
Don't say too much about that.
Hell of a discount. But like, yeah, man, it's like a lot of people gotta understand once you go on a big expensive date on Valentine's Day, you kind of setting the standard, and you gotta keep living up to that. Because once you do something big, not just every Valentine's Day, but every date, you're like, damn, I know he capable of doing this shit. I'm not gonna settle for this piss poor shit.
But I think that if you got it, that's what I'm saying. If you got it, it's nothing wrong with like your girl. If you fuck with your girl, like money really it has no value. You know what I mean?
For sure.
More so, we talking about situations where you don't, like, if you don't necessarily have that much money, you know what I mean, then don't go without your means. Like, you know, don't do something that you know you can't do.
If you're a McDonald's type person, don't try to go to Ruth Chris or
like dead ass though. And 9 times out of 10, if that's really your girl, she should know. So it's like the expectation. One thing I realized, having a girl is just like, I ain't gonna hold you when you honest with them, it just make your situation a little bit easier because it's like you ain't got to pump fake. Like
100. Yeah.
You don't got to do things that are like, you know, you can't do at the time. But I also think too is like if you do have it, still find ways to be creative, but you got more money now to like do more creative things. I think the bare minimum is just like, yeah, you can buy him stuff, but I ain't gonna lie, like
That's not
Valentine's Day to
nothing,
me
bro.
more sentiment like
Yeah.
than anything.
And you hit a key point on that one because a lot of people nowadays think if you just buy the materialistic thing, the new design, the new bags or whatever, that kind of cover the case. Like, no, you gotta kind of be creative, like you said, and kind of show some importance that you're gonna remember, you know.
Yeah, because I mean,
Go ahead.
yeah, my bad. I just want to say, like we said before, bro, we said this consistently. You can buy that on another Saturday. Like you can buy that on a Wednesday or Friday. Like, you know, any day of the week. You can buy if you wanted to buy her something, like some designer clothes. It doesn't, that's not special.
But those memories you can never buy, you can never create those. You feel me?
So
Recreate it, my bad. And I think like G shit, we often in this generation, like males, especially like me in the beginning, I kind of like only thought, you know, girls just want the materialistic shit and they be happy. But I had to understand like that's not really what's gonna move them. That's not really what's gonna kind of like make them comfortable, open up. Cause like nowadays, everybody tricking.
for
Everybody
sure.
tricking. That's the first option. And they motherfuckers send her cash out before talking to her, you know? And that's it. And that kind of shows that you putting forth that effort to her, that she that important to you. Because if you going out your way trying to think of different ways to make her feel special, that's come on now.
I think it's interesting, like, because I think it comes from like certain backgrounds.
Right.
Like, for example, like in our background, like we didn't necessarily have as much growing up. So like we've always had to work with less. So
Right.
like working with less has become like second nature. So like even in certain situations where, you know, we seen when we was younger, like the fact that the small things that we was doing meant a lot to the people around us. So it's like, damn, like they just appreciate that like we are taking the time out to think of them, you know, consider them and like make them feel appreciated. Versus like, you know, somebody who watches their parents shower their mom with gifts like every time they make. I was just watching Love and Basketball, right? And it's crazy. The nigga father, every time he'll be late, he'll go get her another charm or something like that. Like, oh, he'll go get her, you know what I mean? So you'll think, oh, well, like when you get mad or when things go bad, I'll go buy you something. Like we seen numerous times like these celebrities, they be arguing because since those are the relationship standards, and that's why shit is burnt. They'll argue and then
And then
they'll
go
go
buy
buy
a
him a
car.
bag.
Yeah,
And
buy him a
then,
bag, buy him a car, and the shit just like magically be better on the ground.
right.
And that's what fuck up everybody. Once you look at that, they be like, okay, that's all I gotta do for her. And just like you said, loving basketball, that shit has been around for ages. Cause really, we don't got nobody to really break down and sit down and talk to you about how to treat somebody, try to treat a girl. Cause males, we gonna have pride. You telling me like, fool, you ain't doing like X, Y, Z to your girl, right? One, you even gonna think that nigga wants your girl, or two, that nigga need to mind his goddamn business. So it's
Right.
just like it's hard to really teach people that because of the pride and stuff. And let me ask you this: you said the Valentine's Day, and we both agreed on this, but I just want to pick your brain on this. Valentine's Day is the woman's holiday. How would you feel if you didn't get like, she didn't get you absolutely shit and like just treat it like a regular day? How would you feel?
If I ain't get anything,
Nothing.
oh, I would feel away. Like this is the thing, right? Like, cause I feel like this is like the difference. I don't know. Like I don't know. Like sometimes I feel like women at times feel like, yeah, because we don't ask for much, like we don't really want to feel like we're appreciated. But if I would take my time out to do something for you, you know, to make sure that this day is special for you, and like, yeah, even though like I'm making it about you, it's still a relationship. Like it's our relationship. If you don't give me anything, it's just like, damn, like I don't mean anything to you. And gifts don't always equate to like the value in a person or how much you care about a person, but it's thought.
It's
Like
the
I'm not telling you to go get me motherfucking Gucci shoes or $1,500 things.
Right.
You got me motherfucking like my favorite movie and like movie passes so we can go to the movies and shit. I will be happy. I lie to you now. I would be happy that that's something that I like to do. I like to go to the movies. But to give me absolutely nothing is like, you don't think that much of me. So hell yeah, I would feel a certain way.
I kind of agree with that. Like, I feel like I slightly be upset because it's like I know me. I try to do as much as I can to provide, for my girl, whatever the case is. So it's like if you ain't on this day specifically, and it's not like it's not made for me, but if you don't show this a little appreciation, like I ain't telling you buy me like expensive ass shit or nothing, or
Right.
something you said simple shit that I like that kind of show like damn, you thought about me. You kind of appreciate the shit that I do for you. Cause I ain't gonna lie to you. It was a conversation I was having with like one of my friends. Everybody want to feel wanted. I mean, everybody gonna want to feel love, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you're not feeling that type of like that want or that love or some shit, of course you're gonna always feel some type of way. But some people be like, you know what, I don't want shit at all. Like, fuck it. I want to buy them shit, trick off or whatever. And I mean, to each his own, but me personally, I don't know. I
I ain't
definitely
gonna lie. If you don't think that your partner should get you anything for Valentine's Day, then you're not really in a relationship. Like you're
I
in a
mean,
nah,
but
cause this hear me out. Like it's like this. If it's gonna be one-sided like that, you gotta think about like the what you're implying. Like, oh, she doesn't have to give you gifts either for your birthday. Why? Why should I have to get you anything for Christmas? Why should I have to get you anything? Period. You don't think that you deserve anything. And obviously it's like, who the fuck would want to be with a person who thinks that they shouldn't get their significant other anything?
see,
Like
but
why would
the
why
thing
would you
is
want to
though,
do that?
let's think about it like this, right? If a person, let's say they used to never get anything, right? They just want the person around. They just, they just used to all the things that they already do for them, and they just appreciate it. And then they don't get nothing in return for Valentine's Day. Like, is it wrong? Because he's kind of used to everything. Like he used to the woman, like let's say cooking, cleaning, doing X, Y, and Z for him. So he just like, this day, let me just show my appreciation. Don't give me shit. I don't think it's not really wrong with that. If she doing a lot for you throughout the like year, that like kind of like that helps you out in your life, make your life easier. You
Okay,
still
but like once again, doing something doesn't have to be expensive. Like we've alluded to that. Like doing something requires thought.
right,
If you, for example, say if you guys are like just creating moments in the house and you take a picture and then you just make a scrapbook, that shit costs like $10, $15. But y'all had memories forever, like dead ass. And that's something that she can't forget. It's
right.
a thought. It doesn't require much. And like that's what I'm saying. Like you, even if she does do more for you, say you do more for her, or whatever the case may be. One person does more than the other. It still doesn't negate the fact that y'all are together. That
Right.
doesn't mean that you don't have a responsibility too.
Right, but
Because
I can't. But I respect it, but I want to say you're not in a relationship just because of that. Because some
how,
niggas just
how
like,
is it a relate? What does a relationship consist of? Doesn't it consist of two people coming together? It doesn't
correct,
consist of one person, because you know what that is? That's control. That's not a relationship. That's what a lot of shit is now. Dictatorship. Niggas just doing shit for people and then like doesn't have any expectation in return. And then you expect them to be like, oh, like committed to just you. I lie to you not. I just watched a woman. I
uh
just
huh,
watched a woman. I lie to you not. She was married. I was at work and she was just talking about how like why she cheated. It's crazy. So she was a coworker.
right.
But she basically talked about the fact that like all he did, like he didn't value her. He just looked at her as like, okay, well, I pay for everything here. You do what I say.
No, but I'm not saying it like that. But I'm saying like,
How? If you don't expect anything in return, what do you think this is?
I mean, for one, when you doing stuff for like a
Oh,
significant
let's
other,
rogue you,
yeah,
man.
let's
Let's
roll
rogue
you
you.
for that one. Because I know what you saying. I know what you're trying to say, but like your thought process behind that, I can't agree with that. Because if you doing shit for people, you got like you can't ever expect like I don't want to do something for you and expect something in return. Like it's because I want to do it. You know what I'm saying? And the
I'm
thing
not.
is, Brian, no, I know what you're
Go
saying. I
ahead.
know
Go
what you're
ahead.
saying. But I'm saying in the case of let's say the girl is doing all the shit, all year round. Like when he's at work, she cleaning, She cooking all that shit. She like
And he doesn't do anything throughout the year. Like you see my point.
He works and doing what a working man does. Come back in the house. Occasionally you spend time with her. I'm saying on this day, because she's doing all this hard work, he goes out and does something and she doesn't do anything back. Some people look at it like it's not wrong because she does shit all year round. You still don't think motherfucker, you gotta come with something at least.
It's because it's not even about like tick for tack. Like that's what I'm saying. Like it ain't about like you do this for me, I do this for you. It's about I think you're important to me and I want to express my gratitude. Like it doesn't necessarily have to be like, oh, like that's I'm not trying to say do this for me, I do this for you. Like I scratch your back. No, it's more like because like you said, when you do it genuinely. You're not worried about what the other person is like doing for you in return. It should be that way too. Like when you're doing it, it's not because obviously but you're appreciative of the fact that they do this stuff for you.
Correct.
It's all I'm saying is that a lot of times shit gets focused on like how much things are or like, how much somebody spends. But like a lot of people just want to be appreciated, man. Like, what's wrong with that?
Bro, get to that, man. Everybody want to be appreciated at the end of the day. All right, so we talking about like fellas with with this one girl, but Future, he just dropped out a good song and kind of transcend into like our next topic. What can you do when you got multiple girls? So Future said that's the worst day for him. You got multiple girls. You trying to be Valentine's for each one of them. You trying to be there on that day. You really got to pick which one you want. It's hard, man. What's your advice for the fellas that's struggling out there on Monday?
So if you got multiple women and like you want to still do Valentine's Day, it's two ways it can go. Like, depending upon your relationship with the women that you got, I guess like if they're already accepting that you're talking to other girls, like I don't think there's gonna be much pressure for you to like do whatever you got to do. They still gonna feel a certain way, but I don't think it's gonna be as much pressure if that's your relationship. Right. But my experience with women has been, they want to know who's gonna be that person that day. Right.
Like they want to know who's that franchise player on that.
Yeah, like I ain't gonna lie. Monday is like draft day. Like I lie to you not.
Everybody want to know who that first round.
Everybody want to know who the franchise player is. Who do you care about the most that you is I guess gonna put on Front Street. So if you got that situation with multiple women, I would say you gotta choose one and reschedule with another day if you can.
See, but
I don't really see how that works if they both want to, or you can say you're not doing anything. You could just say, no, you can't.
You can't say. See, this my thought process. You gotta dish out maybe edible arrangements. You gotta save up some money because on this day, you gotta send out some cheap edible arrangements. Go get you the promo codes or something. You gotta send them out.
Matter of fact, that's not a bad idea. Like
that way, you ain't physically there.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to say. Now, if you do, that's what you can do. Now, obviously, they're gonna feel a certain way because they're not spending time with you on that day. But if you give them, like, say, a spa day, you pay for a spa day. Boom, you go on a spa day, she gets a spa day. Like, hey,
see, nah, but you doing spa days and then like they gonna be talking, wearing it around. Like, oh man, this man did X, Y, and Z. You did it for the wrong joint. Then now all the girls gonna know. You gotta do the edible arrangement because that's something.
But you don't think they're gonna post? But look. Say the edible arrangement come. They're gonna say you don't think they're gonna post? Oh, Boo was so thoughtful.
See, but like edible arrangements so common, they be like, oh, somebody mother made it give. They won't comment for that. Now, if you get in a spa, spa, and they gonna comment be like, oh shit, who just spent this private spa session? Who just did that? Cool. Then that's when the questions come. But edible arrangements, Everybody got that. So it ain't gonna really ask like who
But
got
it's still the same thing. Who gave you? Because you got to think about the day when you got the edible arrangement. It's not like you got it on another day. You got it on Valentine's Day. So who made sure you got an edible arrangement on Valentine's Day? And yeah, you can say it's your mom, but 9 times out of 10, the girl wants to tell people, "Oh, I'm loved on Valentine's Day. I got a nigga. He got me an edible arrangement."
respect. I mean,
So
so
regardless, you know what I mean, the girl gonna still, the word gonna get around. But
So
that's why I said, if your situation cool to where like girls don't know each other, like it's just different backgrounds and things like that, you might still can finagle.
So what you gonna go to the girl crib? Like who gave you this? Like you only giving one girl the spot, right? Or you giving all of them the spot?
No, they get different spots, different places. Like
no, but then that's if you trying to be a big baller, though. You gotta like.
I mean, bro, if you dealing with multiple women, you shouldn't be broke. Like real deal.
Yeah, you ain't lying.
Cause I ain't saying nobody's like anybody should deal with anybody who broke, but like at least it's only one person. Like you got one person who you worrying about.
But you forgetting about the fellas who kind of like they relying on these women to live. You know, you got the people who like they gotta go like bust the jet to go get a place to sleep at night. You dig? Like they gotta go to multiple women. You know, what about them?
If you are in a situation where you are relying on your woman, then this is the best advice I can, give a nigga. Like, understand your role. You can't go do what a nigga who got his own place can do, because your livelihood is dependent on how you treat this woman.
Yeah.
Because if you treat her a certain way that she's not taking kind to, then you can be put out. And that goes to show, like with Valentine's Day, man, I see a lot of situations where niggas want to be brave and want to, go out there and go do some bullshit, knowing that, all right, yeah, I've been talking to this other girl on the low, but I just like live with Shorty, and I just like, she be just like giving me the money to take this other girl out. So it's like, damn, like
oh man,
niggas be so bold though, man.
I don't know how you go that buck. Like Shorty's giving you money to go fund another girl, and then like I ain't gonna hold you. You gotta just pray to God that like on Valentine's Day, y'all don't even cross each other on the date, because you gotta take that girl on a date if you living underneath her.
You
like,
have to.
You have to. Like you can't take it in a crib. You can't bring no wing stop to the house trying to watch TV.
Nah, yeah, I ain't gonna hold you. She don't want no Taco Tuesday on Monday, okay?
You did.
Not at all.
No meatball sub special Monday.
Yeah, no meatball. No cold cuts.
So like, let's talk about. So we gonna get back to like the people with the money, right? You said you gotta have them. You gotta get ready for the spas. Different spas with each different one. So now we looking what like $500-$600 on the total.
What it like? That's what I'm saying. When you brought up Future initially, like that's what it entails. Because as a man, like we always have talked about, like yes, you want to do nice things for your woman. That is a common thing. You know what I mean? Like you want to do nice things for your woman, and if you dealing with a certain woman, they require you to do nice things.
Man.
So it's like you can't necessarily avoid that. You just have to make sure everyone is happy. And I see that with a lot of niggas. Like they pay off the stress. Like they pay the stress off. Like obviously, girls will probably make an issue about like them not being the only one. Say for example, this nigga got multiple girls on that day. He give them all Birkin bags for Valentine's Day. Mm-hmm. They'll be mad that they ain't get to spend time with him.
But they ain't gonna be mad. They got that.
They got a Birkin out of it though.
You can't listen. That Birkin, like
you got a bag out of it.
That don't come once. That don't come too often. You did.
Yeah, because I mean, bro, we've watched numerous times. Like I've heard girls say like I'd rather deal with the stress of a rich nigga than a broke nigga. Meaning that men come with a lot of shit, which we do, but some girls will deal and settle as long as you got money, because it's like, well, all right, if I'm not the main one. I'm getting Birkins, I'm getting trips out of it, I'm getting cars out of it, whatever the case may be.
And I ain't gonna hold you with a poor dude, like your problems won't go away because your money, like money can't put them motherfuckers away. So it's gonna keep reoccurring. Rich niggas, they got money, they make that shit disappear. You ain't gonna hit too much out of them. Poor niggas,
they getting that right back.
You feel me? They gonna get it right back. They gonna make sure nothing gets back. Poor niggas, everything's done. The moment your phone is unlocked, everything is done for you, my boy. Like
telling you.
Everything.
And I had to ask you this though, like, so what do you think? Say you just start talking to a girl. When do you like? All right, so say you start talking to her in January, right? You know, February's the next month,
right?
Do you get her a gift on Valentine's Day?
Yeah, I mean, cool little dinner. You know, nothing too fancy, but nothing cheap. Like not no like Applebee's or nothing, but like something cool, nice little sit down dinner where y'all can have a nice convo. But you don't gotta go like too crazy. You know, you could get her a nice little cheap flowers, go to Walmart or something, get you nice little cheap drinks, pal, go get something to eat, and y'all kick it that way. But like going out I don't think you gotta go out your way spending like X amount, like a big bouquet of flowers or like, you know, like too much. Cause again, like how I said earlier, that's when you setting the standards. So now she like, damn, on Valentine's Day, he doing this. Okay, like I know the upcoming holidays or like our next future dates, he's gonna be like this. Because we just talked last month. We just got together last month. Our first month, he doing this. So I know as the months keep going, this shit gonna get like, you know, better. And then Christmas, boy, you gonna have a hell of an expectation if you did that on Valentine's Day. So like what's your thoughts on that?
It's interesting because you know how you say you'll get them a gift, and like I don't mind if she doesn't give me a gift for real for the first month, but I don't think she would get me a gift within a month. Now there's some girls
I see it's some women that's different though.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. Now there's some girls who might, if she feeling you, she might get you something small. But I agree with you, like I don't know, because it all depends on the level in which you're talking to her. Like, because say you dating right now. So you've been talking to her for a month. You might have been talking to another shorty for 2-3 months. You know what I mean? You dating, like you're not necessarily tied down to no one. In my opinion, I would focus on who gets it the most. Like, I may get you some roses or an edible arrangement, you know what I mean, to make you feel important. You know, I get you an edible arrangement, but I'm gonna go out with who I've been talking to the longest.
Oh, for sure. Like if you dating, I think that's the best decision. Like if that's whoever you had the longest, they got because they've been stay down. You got them
right. You know, because that's my thing. Like if we talking in a month, I don't know who you talking to. I don't know who else is giving you gifts as well. Like that's what niggas don't account for. You don't want to be the nigga to add on to her grocery list. That's what I called it. Like she just getting groceries. Like niggas like, oh, she getting shit from here, this section.
I ain't gonna hold you. If you were to stay down, I got multiple. My stay down, you staying at my crib tonight, or I'm at your crib tonight, and I ain't gonna hold you. I don't go through no phones, but I'm monitoring your actions around certain time periods of the night. You like, hold up, shorty, like. You reaching for that phone too much too late on Valentine's Day. A nigga trying to text you, and you trying to tell that nigga something like excuse why you can't fuck with him.
Why you can't holler at him.
Right now. So like during that time for my
bro, get to that because that's the truth. That's how you pin him for real.
That's gonna be the moment of truth. That's how you and I ain't gonna hold you. It's an important day for the fellas. But that's how you can tell that's really your stay down on that. Cause that moment come. And she can't even like, and she kind of, you know, on her phone a little bit too much and kind of like texting, being a little secretive at night. Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm gonna be honest, man. Like I said, like Valentine's Day really is like it says a lot because obviously it's designated as a day of love.
Right.
But it's so much pressure on like decisions. Like, say, for example, like what if one girl wants to be posted? Like, say if the one who's the longest, who you've been dealing with, that nigga shaking his head already. That nigga say,
listen. When I'm in that dating phase, listen, everything is incognito, no face, no case. I don't need none, you know.
But that's what I'm saying though. That's an argument that can definitely happen because if you've been talking to this person for the longest and they feel like, well, I want to post us, like I want people to know that we're something, then what? It's like,
I'm
oh damn. Then when you don't want to post them, it's like, oh well, why don't you want to post me?
because
And that's the
I'm
pressure.
look. I got the perfect comeback. Cause you two work you right now. I'm trying to enjoy the moment. I'm trying to enjoy
Nah,
what's going on.
that
And
nigga
right
said
now
I'm trying to enjoy the
you
moment.
trying to enjoy Instagram. It's two different things that you not thinking where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? Once you hit it like that, she like, damn, you right
No,
here
she's
doing this shit.
when
Nah,
okay, I'm gonna be honest.
you
That
right.
nigga, that nigga just tried to make it seem like it's so sweet. And no the fuck
It's
is
not
that.
because you know you're gonna have to argue some more with that
That
shit.
shit is
Bro.
gonna be an argument. So you don't want to post me on Valentine's Day. Who the fuck you hiding me from? Who?
So what you all right? So let's talk about like the roles of it then, right? We talked about everything else, but the most important part that I guess we need to talk about is like the roles of Valentine's Day. Like, what do you think is like what how do you go about distinguishing your role?
So for one, I ask questions. Like I have no problem asking. Like niggas be like, I don't ask what are we, but like I just be asking questions like to see like you know what I mean, like what kind of person you are.
Where your
I
head?
kind of get an idea about what you want. So if I know that you're not necessarily like focused on a relationship right now, I'm not gonna prioritize you for Valentine's Day. Like,
Facts.
you know what I mean? Like that's not gonna be my thing because I know that that's not what you're looking for at the end of the day.
But what
But
if you try and win her over though? What if you think like, all right, she don't want a relationship, but if I show her a good time, shit, she might want one right after that.
I always look at it like this: like if she didn't want a relationship initially, yes, she may be like swayed because of how I'm treating her. You know what I mean? Like she may like the way that I treat her, and she might be inclined to get in a relationship due to that. But
Mhm.
then it's like, well, when somebody never really wanted something in the beginning, it's kind of like,
It's
yeah,
hard to force it.
it may not show its head early, but it eventually will show its head. Like I never even really wanted to do this to begin with. Like I know you see it in marriages, like somebody may get married and then they like, damn, I really didn't want to do it, but I do love you. So it's like, why not give it a shot right now? And then later on, it's like, well, damn, I
Why
never
did I
even want
do
to be
this
married
shit?
in the fucking
Yeah,
first place.
and regret that shit. Not for
Right.
sure, for sure. So maybe you can just do it. Like I would say, don't go all out where you putting yourself at like a financial call, like financial risk. But like little flowers or something. If you did want to sway, just some flowers, some cool flowers or
Yeah, just be thoughtful. Like if you say you're trying to impress the girl, I'm just telling niggas like, don't necessarily break your bank because like
they would take that shit and
she'll take it if
that.
you mean it. Like if you do something and you mean it and it comes from a good place, obviously like it's still gonna require like, money because you have to spend money to do stuff, but it's like period. Like try to make sure that when you're doing whatever you're doing, she can resonate with that. So it's like, damn, I know he was thinking about me when he did this. Even
Right.
though he might not have the money, this is something that I personally can relate to. I like,
And
figure
then
out, learn your girl. Like, you know what I mean?
and like how I would distinguish the role, just like how you said, kind of like communicating, not like asking bluntly, like what am I to you? Because I feel like that's like some teenage shit at that point.
Yeah,
Like,
that's weird.
but it's more so like in the communication, your actions towards me throughout the following time before that day. Like, okay, if I'm in need of something, like granted, I don't want you to do shit, but if you're like jumping out there and trying to help me out, or you're like, if I need a shoulder to lean on and shit like that, and yeah, I know that you really like there for me, you really fuck with me. Cause
For
like you
sure.
could communicate and say a lot of shit, but the actions say differently. Cause you could just know that you want to come up with of me. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh
Mhm.
yeah, this nigga he treat his girls good. So I'm gonna just say whatever I gotta say. And then, hopefully he gonna trick off. So it's like the actions in a word. So you definitely gotta be wary of that. And what's a good time frame, I would say, of you kind of like basing and choosing all that? What's a good time frame that what your role is and if you progressed or degressed in that role?
I think there's not necessarily a time frame. I think when the communication is effective, meaning if y'all have a healthy communication, um, it'll show. Like you'll feel it because like the problem is people don't be listening to what the nigga be saying. Like people will legit tell you what they want. Like people will tell you what they want if you listen. If you take the time out to acknowledge what a person is, looking for, what they want in a relationship.
They'll say
And
it.
if y'all want the same thing based upon the conversations that y'all have had, it's like, well, all right, like I know at least we want the same thing. So I'm gonna make a move because I know it's not gonna be like, oh, well, she never really wanted this or he never really wanted this. A lot of times I see situations where people be like doing stuff and like he hasn't shown you that this is what he's looking for, or she hasn't shown you that this is what she's looking for either.
Right.
You're trying to show that like you're serious, but it's like just take it slow. You know what I mean? Just pace it.
No, and to piggyback off that, I second, like, you don't have to have a time frame, but how I look at it, you gotta weigh your positives and negatives, right? I'm not with reward and liabilities. So at that point, if it's a lot of negatives and shit, I'm not gonna do too much.
Come on, man, Rogie to that, boy.
But look though, great podcast. We dropped some gems for y'all for Valentine's Day. Hopefully, y'all get lucky Monday. Y'all don't make another, what was it, Capricorns or something like that?
Yeah, I ain't. Nah. What's that shit? Sagittarius.
Right? Nah, is it Sag? Nah, it's not Sags.
No, it's if because it's 9 months from February, so it's got to be October. So what's that? A Libra or a Scorpio?
Scorpio. There we go. Yeah. So, hopefully y'all don't make too many Scorpio.
Yeah, man. I hope ain't no Scorpios out here. They a mess,
man. Well, look, man. Y'all have it up, man. It's another Rogue Souls podcast. It's D.
Stacks, man.
Hey, we out. Man. Yes, sir. Oh, go cop that merch too, champs.
Can't judge unless you in my reason. Remember as a child, I hated Christmas, that's the worst season. The only gift I ever got was freedom. I'm not really worried about my